#1 skyline in Miami, Florida, and the newest addition is the $210 million American Airlines Arena. It makes its debut tonight in the NBA as the Magic take on the Miami Heat, the only game tonight and the first meeting of NBA clubs in the 21st century. And hello, everybody. Welcome again to Magic Basketball. I'm David Steele, along with Goose Gibbons. Welcome you to tonight's game and to the 21st century in the NBA. It should be an exciting night. We open this new building. A sellout crowd of better than 19,000 is on hand, and there's a special energy in here tonight, isn't there, Jack?
Everyone seems to be excited about what's happening here in Miami. They just simply love this new building they have. It's one that I'm sure a lot of teams that are thinking about getting new buildings will pattern theirs after, but this is a beautiful building, a nice event to open it up with, and hopefully the Magic will be able to come out and win this ball game tonight and go back up to Central Florida very happy.
Well, Pat Riley hopes that his basketball team can establish its home court advantage right here tonight against the Magic. If they do that, then they'll send the Magic to their 4th consecutive loss. It's been a tough week last week for the Magic. They're looking to turn it around tonight. Yeah,
you know, they've lost some games, David, that obviously they should have and could have won. You see the game against Minnesota, Miami, and then although it's a 10-point game up in New Jersey, the Magic were right in that one, actually tied the score at 92 and got outscored 10-0 down the stretch. So all 3 of those games the Magic could win. The fact is they did not. They have to find a way to change it around right now.
Pat Riley's dream has finally come true here in South Florida. He took the job as president, head coach of the ball club 5 years ago. And one of the things that he felt like the Heat needed was a new downtown arena. And it took that long to get the job done, but well worth the wait, it would appear. Doc Rivers, the head coach of the Magic, is hoping to come in here and just ruin this night for all of the Miami Heat players and fans. Magic players have talked a lot today about what their plans are for tonight and how good it would feel to walk out of here with a victory. Send these folks home with frowning faces.
Well, I think for the Magic, they can't allow themselves to get caught up in all of this craziness. They just need to come out and play the game. It probably will affect the Miami Heat, or it should affect the Miami Heat more than it does the Orlando Magic. We'll see if that happens. One thing about this new building that I know is working great, and that's that PA system. Boy, it is loud.
I don't think I've ever heard louder.
I don't either. I don't know if
they've got that thing cranked up tonight.
I hope they have a turn down switch on that thing. We'll have an awful headache if we have to listen to this all night.
Well, it's a catchy tune they're playing anyhow.
It's so loud. I don't know what it is. It's so loud.
You and I will be humming it all night.
But for the Magic, I think they just need to understand that more than anything else, this is an opportunity for them to get back on the winning track. And that's what's most important.
Ben Wallace sporting the cornrows hairstyle tonight. Magic have lost 3 straight. And so Ben goes with the change in the hairstyle this evening. And he jumps center against Alonzo Mourning. P.J. Brown gets the tip, and we're underway. The 21st century in the National Basketball Association.
Now, after the first basket, I don't know if they'll stop play or not to...
Well, Brown had a great chance, didn't he?
He could be on his way to the Hall of Fame, but see if the Magic can come in and get something going here. It'd be really only fitting if it goes to John Amici. And it does.
John Amici is headed to the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Going to the Hall of Fame, a guy that no one knows anyway.
Of course, his uniform will go. He'll probably go eventually just to take a look at it. As he defends Mourning, the Magic out to the 2-0 lead. And Marley for 3. Armstrong barreling down the lane.
Very nice. I just think when you're playing against a team with a shot blocker like Alonzo Mourning, it really helps if you can establish your inside game early. And the Magic first 2 baskets come right at the hole.
Brown looks for Mourning, not open. Mashburn makes his first shot. Long pass down inside to John Amici. He's going right at Mourning again. And a good start for Amici.
2 for 2. And 2 for 2 against the best defensive player in the league last year. And maybe even this year, Alonzo Mourning. I don't look for Carter to have a real big game today. One of the toughest things for rookies to do is put together back-to-back good ones. So I might be stepping out there pretty big this early in the game, but I certainly don't look for him to have the kind of game he had in Orlando. We'll see if that happens.
He made 7 out of 9 on Wednesday. By far his best game as an NBA player. Mourning was hot from the outside on Wednesday in Orlando, but misses his first shot.
It's a good shot to give up to Alonzo Mourning for John Amici.
Abdul Wahid trying to penetrate in, brings it back out, and then takes the jumper. He has not taken a lot of jump shots recently. He just committed a foul trying to get his own missed shot back. We talked about it with Doc Rivers in the pregame show.
Well, I think for Tariq now, you understand he's found a little bit of a gold mine taking the ball to the basket, but I think he can't rely only on that. He still has to shoot that jump shot every now and then just to keep the defense honest.
Anthony Carter, dangerous pass. Monty Williams knocked it out of bounds. Tried to deflect it off of Jamal Mashburn. And it'll be Miami's basketball. I think that was Bernie, wasn't it? That got his hand in the way there.
Yeah, he has been involved in some incidences in his career.
Mashburn misfires. Armstrong gets the rebound. Magic always upping the tempo. And Abdul Wahid makes the basket to put the Magic up by 3.
And the other thing, Tariq, I'm sure he knows, is that Dan Marley, even at this advanced age, is still an excellent defensive player.
Carter, and that'll be a blocking foul on the Magic's John Amici.
John says, hey, I had pretty good position, but he was definitely under the basket inside the hash mark. Anthony Carter gets a couple free throws here. And, I just mentioned about Anthony Carter, how difficult it is for rookies to put together back-to-back big games. I mean, that's just one of the things that go along with learning how to play in the NBA. Now, he could come out and have another huge one and prove me wrong, but I'm just hoping that, the history plays out again here tonight. It's just tough putting together back-to-backs for young guys.
He got 21 against Orlando. Was 7 of 8 from the foul line, and now he's 2 for 2 tonight.
And I'm not necessarily only talking about the points. He played a great game all the way around.
Armstrong penetrates. Abdul Wahid has 3 defenders running at him and missed his own tip. Mashburn rebounds for the Heat. Magic hustling back to stop the fast break. Inside to Mourning. Wallace blocks his shot.
Yes, he did.
And Williams is able to get the ball away to Amici.
Great job, Monty Williams, getting down on the floor for that one. That was nice defensive sequence for the Magic there.
1-point lead for the Magic, and that is out of bounds. Darrell Armstrong trying to navigate between Carter and Brown, stepped out of bounds. That's the first turnover of the game. Alonzo Mourning.
Once again, John Amici, keep giving that one up. That's the shot you want to get up.
And those are the shots that went in Wednesday.
Well, yeah, but still, you have to feel like that's the shot you want Alonzo Mourning to take.
Armstrong, too strong along the baseline. Marley rebounds for the Heat.
Had to change that one up. The defense adjusted.
Mourning from Mashburn. Miami takes the lead, 9-8. Marley almost swiped it away from Abdul Wahid.
One thing that he seemed to be concerned with early in this game is not allowing the Magic to get out on the break, and particularly Abdul Wahid to get out on the break.
Tariq, another jumper. The rebound on the floor, picked up by Mashburn.
Dan Marley's an excellent defensive player now. He's not going to give up many opportunities to the basket.
Jamal Mashburn. Boy, if they missed him, they've been able to win 4 out of 5 without him, but I'm sure Pat Riley's glad to have him back in the lineup tonight. Wallace defended by Mourning. Nice up and under move. P.J. Brown rebounds the missed shot. And the Heat walk it over the midcourt line. Now the quick pass ahead to Brown. He's fouled by Wallace. Second quarter is underway from the American Airlines Arena. The Magic with a 6-point lead and get the ball. Gatling comes up short. Otis Thorpe gets the rebound for the Heat. Gatling is 0 for 5 from the field.
Well, he's a little disappointed himself because he thought he should have made that one. He was wide open.
Sean Leonard out to Rex Walters. They leave him alone, so he takes the open shot. Neither team shot it well in the first quarter.
Yeah, but the Magic closed out on a 10-0 run, and that's the important thing. The Heat started out shooting it well and pulled off late.
Here comes Spaghetti hop-stepping through the lane, and he draws the contact on the way to the basket. Not a shooting foul.
But Sean Leonard got him on the floor, and here's a look at our champion first quarter statistics here. As you mentioned, David, neither team shot it well. The Magic hold the Heat to under 30%, though, and that is huge playing in this building. Rebound total in favor of the Magic. The Magic out-rebounded the Heat in Orlando a couple games ago.
Mourning got his first block shot of the game, and then we have a foul on the Heat. I believe Gatlin will go to the line.
Yeah, and I think for Corey Maggette, hey, that's okay that you get your shot blocked there. The key is to continue to go in there. Don't let this
Up by 7. This Magic team, a surprise in the first third of the season. Even with the 3-game losing streak, still 1 game over 500 coming into tonight's basketball game, and they lead by 8. 1 minute into the second period. And we have a whistle down away from the basketball, and I think it's going to go against Corey Maggette, holding Vashawn Leonard.
Yeah, I think what Corey Maggette is trying to do, and it's the correct thing, is try to force a shooter like Vashawn Leonard in the direction you want him to go. Now he's trying to cut off the baseline to keep him from going either direction, and he got caught that time, got a little bit too physical. But now you see what happens. He got caught on the upside. Fortunately, he's able to respond there.
That's a 2-pointer by Rex Walters. His toe was on the line. And it breaks an 0 for 7 shooting drought by Miami. Doliak fouled either Mourning or Thorpe. One of the two of them got it.
It will not be Mourning. You can forget about that. Let's give it to Otis Thorpe, I would guess. Yeah. I think Mourning got it, Doliak across the arm, but I think Thorpe got him first.
Mourning has fouled out of 4 games this year, one of them Wednesday in Orlando. Thorpe has fouled out of 81 games in his career.
He's played a bunch of games.
Committed a couple of fouls.
Over his 16 years he's been in the NBA?
Been around a long time. The native Otis Thorpe. Michael Doliak takes both.
Otis Thorpe, one of only 16 players ever to play this game to score 15,000 points, 10,000 rebounds. Not many guys have done that over the long history of this NBA.
Had an outstanding career.
Well, they got to get a basket for Zoe. I mean, they have to give him one down there. Corey Maggette picks up foul number 2.
Magic foul number 50, Corey Maggette, his second team foul.
Both of them picked up by Corey Maggette in the second quarter.
And Doc hadn't made a move to get him out, but this is Corey's playing against the kind of guy he can pick up his 3rd foul pretty quickly. Vashawn Leonard, he's a smart offensive player. Uses the screens extremely well.
Rex Walters to Otis Thorpe.
Well, I'm just surprised they haven't gotten nice defense there by the Magic.
Almost tipped in by the Magic, but Doliak rebounds. Michaels played very well off the bench.
And that's what Doc Rivers wanted. Good job.
Steps around Mourning, missed the shot, but made a nice move.
Probably should have taken another dribble or so, gotten a little closer to the basket. He had Alonzo Mourning out of the play.
Weatherspoon inside to Thorpe. He's reluctant to shoot the ball.
Well, that's great defense. They might score here. That's great defense.
As good as you can do.
Yeah.
This crowd has not really been able to get into the action. Chucky Gatling the rebound. Nice. He'll go back to the line.
He'll get 2 free throws there. He had possession of the ball. The Heat has cut the 9-point lead by the Magic to just 3 points here. And one reason why is Vashawn Leonard shooting the basketball. Now you'll watch him get it. And he's going to get the screen here. Now for Chris Gatlin, he has to come up on top. Watch as P.J. Brown comes up. You see Gat way back there. But all that does is freeze up Vashawn Leonard. So he has to step up on that high screen. Magic get to the line again as Vashawn Leonard picks up the foul. It's a good call by the Magic coming back out of that timeout. Vashawn Leonard having not had to play much defense in this game because the Magic have been going other places for points. Doc says, let's go at Vashawn Leonard. Let's see if we can make him work, use some of that energy on the defensive end, and Tart gets 2 free throws.
Abdul-Wahid has been a rebounding machine the last week for the Magic, and he's got 5 rebounds in the first half tonight.
Now the Heat have made 6 of their last 7 shots, so
Leonard and Mashburn have carried them offensively. And here's Mashburn. Ben Wallace checked in during the timeout, so did Monty Williams. Now Leonard for 3. Well, he has not missed in this quarter.
I don't know for sure how you go off and leave him the way he's shooting the ball, but Tart did that time, and Magic had to pay for it.
I think Leonard sort of likes this new building. He's 5 for 5 from the field, 3 for 3 in 3-point shots. And Abdul-Wahid is fouled by Dwayne Coswell.
I think Vashawn Leonard just likes it when he gets on a roll like this. I mean, I think he could shoot it with no color scheme or no lights as far as that goes in the whole building.
No net, no rim.
When he gets hot, he can make them from just about anywhere at any time.
Well, that's been a trademark of Pat Riley teams in Miami. Even without Mourning, Tim Hardaway, somebody seems to step up. Yeah. And tonight it's Vashawn Leonard. 15 points all in this quarter.
Well, you know he's capable. The guy that you can't allow to hurt you. The guys like Mark Strickland, who played great in Orlando. And even Dwayne Coswell came off the bench, made a couple of shots for the Magic. Excuse me, for the Heat. Good job, Ben. And that's a turnover. Darrell's going to chase this one down.
Pull it back out for the Magic.
Great job. Now you see the difference with Ben Wallace. He comes out immediately, double teams Vashawn Leonard and forces him to give the ball up.
Slight adjustment, but a big factor. Wallace with a one-armed rebound. Armstrong shooting for 3.
Nice answer. Nice answer to the run by the Heat, by the Magic here.
And the lead is back up to 7. Wallace commits the foul on Anthony Carter.
Foul number 4, Ben Wallace, his second.
That's his second. We talked about Leonard. Darrell Armstrong has hit 2 threes tonight. Has 14 first-half points for the Magic.
Darrell Armstrong is just playing very good basketball here. Very sharp. Honed in on the basket there, knocked that one down.
Monty Williams doing a good job on Mashburn.
Nice defense again by the Magic.
Mashburn draws a crowd. Brown missed the tip. Amici clears it ahead to Armstrong.
Oh, no.
Mashburn lobs it ahead to Carter. Leonard again for 3. Finally missed one. Brown with an offensive rebound. Down low to Vashawn Leonard. Mashburn out of the corner. Another rebound by P.J. Brown. Anthony Carter out to Leonard. They'll set it up with 1:40 to play in the first half. And Pat Riley says, let's talk this thing over.
All that rebounding to this point hasn't hurt the Magic. So that's the real important thing. Yeah, you gave up some offensive rebounds, but one thing that happens with those long shots, you get the long rebounds. But it hasn't hurt the Magic as far as points are concerned, at least yet.
Chrysler timeout with 1:39 to play in the first half. Pat Riley talking to his team. I know there's a lot of important people here in South Florida, and I found that out last night in a movie theater, watching a movie, and I have never been in a theater with so many cellular phones ringing during a movie. People just answering their phone.
Just
hello, how you doing? Can you call me back? I'm in a movie.
I hope that's not a reflection on the movie you saw last night.
I don't know. I think it's more of a reflection of just how many important people there are here who have important things to talk about even during movies.
In the movie.
So now the Heat will inbound it with 1:38 to play in the quarter. Magic leading by 7.
Oh, man. That's illegal defense.
Ben Wallace will say that he was faked.
Yeah, they're going to say a ball fake. Ball fake. So they'll rub this one off, and that's a good call. And Doc Rivers didn't even have to argue this one, as Ben Wallace said, hey, that was a pump fake there. They don't reset the shot clock to 14. They'll stay at 7.
Here's Leonard.
Just don't want to give up a 3.
Now, if that one goes in,
then
he is officially on fire. Would you say, Goose?
I think he is in the zone, as we say every so often.
5-point game. Leonard has 17 and a quarter. Great move. Tariq Abdul-Wahid just backing Leonard down.
Well, they're going to go to Vashawn Leonard again.
Why not? Did he travel or did he get a timeout?
No, he called a timeout first. Both feet were down. Both feet were down. Doc's going to argue saying he was out of control, but he had 1 foot down. All you have to have is 1 foot down and control of the basketball, and he definitely had it.
Miami's already used up its 20, so this will be a full timeout.
Here's this last play. You just need to have one foot down. Did he travel, though, before he called timeout?
Took a couple of steps.
He had 1 foot down, so he was in control, and that's why he got awarded the timeout instead. But those of you who joined us late, John Amici scored the first basket of the millennium. First basket in this new Miami Heat arena. So the NBA will be forwarding John Amici's uniform up to the Basketball Hall of Fame.
To expand upon that, there is an NBA representative here tonight to personally take the uniform back to New York.
Well, they
ship it on to Springfield, Mass.
Will they wash that thing before they hang it up there?
Before they put it on display. You would think. There's Tim Hardaway still recovering from a sore knee. Of course, he's had a history of knee problems and has played through a lot of injuries in his career. Outstanding talent.
You know, they're pretty concerned about Timmy Hardaway. I mean, with those knee problems he's had over the course of his career, they say it's pretty much bone on bone there. And they are concerned. Now, he was supposed to run a little bit today just to see how it was going to feel. I'm not sure if he did. Haven't gotten a report on that as of yet, but boy, that would be a big loss to the Heat. They were also talking about going out and finding them another point guard that might be available. That's a foul, I think, on P.J. Brown. Yeah. I mean, I think Monty Williams had both hands, had that rebound well in his clutches there. And P.J. Brown got him on the arm. I think that's a good call. Came a little late. Watch here as Monty Williams goes up for this rebound. Anthony Carter misses it. See, he has both on there, and then P.J. Brown grabs the arm. You have to take that away because Caldwell comes up with it, and he's scoring if you don't blow that whistle. Give the Magic a bunch of credit. They have taken the ball to the basket and taken advantage of this long stint in the with the penalty situation. Long time here, almost 6 minutes.
Well, you can predict one thing, I think, safely, and that's that Alonzo Mourning will come out with a fierce demeanor to start the second half after sitting for so long.
Exactly. Let me just say, you know, the first play the Magic are going to run coming out of the locker room will be to John Amici against Alonzo Mourning. Maybe the first 5, trying to get him with another foul.
Nice move.
Nice, very nice move.
He's got 10. Armstrong has done a good job in this first half and has won that point guard battle with Anthony Carter.
Well, I thought that was real important because one of my keys to the game was don't let Anthony Carter look like Tim Hardaway as he did in Orlando a couple games ago. And he looked just absolutely tremendous in that game. 7 of 9 from the field, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, had 21 points, 9 assists, 3 rebounds, and only 3 turnovers, and that was huge. The 3 turnovers have to deal with him. And if he makes this shot, I'm just going to go up to him after the game and say, Pat, what is it? I mean, what do you have if he gets a shot? He may not. Nice pass, Tart.
John Amici, who scored the first bucket of the game.
And you want to
have the last in the second quarter.
And you want to know something? Pat Garrity gets nothing for those few minutes, but just his presence on the floor forces the Heat to have to defend him, and that frees up John Amici for the shot.
Magic have enough time. Hardaway's shot is short. Coswell came running at him, and that's the end of the period. The Magic led by 9 at one time in the second quarter. They settled for a 7-point halftime lead. It took almost 2 years to complete. More than $200 million, a partnership of public and private funding. But it's beautiful. The American Airlines Arena on the Bayfront in Miami. A sparkling new addition to the Bayfront skyline, and glittering tonight on this opening night in the year 2000. The Magic trying to spoil the party with a 7-point lead against the Miami Heat at the American Airlines Arena. Alonzo Mourning. This is not the way that he pictured the 21st century coming in for him, I'm sure. But you see all those red dots that indicate missed shots in the first half. A lot of them from the perimeter. Now, those were blue dots on Wednesday, those red dots, because he made almost everything from the outside in Orlando.
Yeah, well, the first thing Alonzo Mourning's going to do here when he catches the ball, I would guess, the first thing he's going to do is lower his shoulder and just plow to the paint. The officials are not going to ring him up for foul number 4. I'm sure he knows that. So he's going to put the ball on the floor, try to get to the paint, and we'll see if the officials blow the whistle. I think that's what's going to happen.
Dangerous entry, but Abdul Wahed gets the ball. Lost it to Wallace. Brown is on Amici, and Mourning protected somewhat, guarding Ben Wallace. Traveling on Monty Williams.
Well, I thought they got Jamal Mashburn for the foul, but they caught Monty Williams with the travel first. Once again, if Zoe catches the ball here, and I'd be surprised if he's not involved in this play. Be surprised if he doesn't take it on to the basket. There he is. Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Amici was sort of backed off and did not want to give Zoe a 3-point opportunity, so it's a 5-point game. Monty Williams in traffic lost it, but Abdul Wahed picks it up. Marley guards him.
That's good defense. Big rebound.
Good hustle by Wallace. Finds Armstrong at the 3-point line. Darrell inside to Abdul Wahed, and the shot goes in with no call.
No call right there, but good job Tark taking it to the hole. Prime example of what I mean when I say challenge the shot block.
Remember what we talked about, the free throws. The Magic shooting 23. Abdul Wahed might have been fouled there, but did not get the benefit of the doubt. And here's a foul at the other end against the Magic.
John Amici's going to get the call. But as I just think Alonzo Mourning's going to abandon all those jump shots he took and do just what he did the first time he touched the ball. Just take the ball right down to the hole and see if the officials are going to blow the whistle.
That is good defense by Monty Williams, and then he reached in and got a little bit too much arm on the attempted shot, which turned out to be a pass by Jamal Mashburn because Williams had him so well covered.
Well, Monty is saying, hey, 2 times the whistle has blown against me. I don't agree with either time.
Mourning, a lot of space to work.
Well, he pulled up and shot the jump shot. I just didn't think he'd do that.
7-point lead for the Magic. Amici pulls the trigger.
Tough break there.
Mashburn leads the fast break. Marley passed up a 3. Brown puts it on the floor. Carter along the baseline. Back to Marley. He's wide open for 3. Missed badly.
Dan Marley has a string of 3-point shots made going for him right now. At least one in 23 straight games. So the Magic understand that, and they will challenge him at the 3-point line.
That foul on Mashburn is his first. Magic get the ball. We played 2 minutes, 4 seconds of the third quarter. The only game in the NBA tonight. Everybody pretty much gets back into action tomorrow night, including the Magic. Marley takes it away from Abdul-Wahed, then they'll jump it up.
Tell you what, I give Dan Marley a whole bunch of credit for the job he's done on Tark defensively. And Dan Marley always has been an excellent defensive player, but look right there in the hands, the quick hands, and Tark stays right with him. Let's diversify the giving of credit here. Give both guys a pat on the back for a job well done. Magic need a basket here. You need a basket. Be nice if it's John Amici going against Mourning. Well, actually, Mourning, they're hiding Mourning with Ben Wallace. So, offensive foul on Tark. Just didn't need a turnover.
Offensive foul on the Magic. Number 9, Tariq Abdul-Wahed.
So that gives the ball back to Miami. It's the second personal foul on Abdul-Wahed. Fouls beginning to even up in a hurry in the third quarter. Mashburn on the drive around Monty Williams. Wallace clears the glass. Amici running the floor ahead of Mourning.
Nice, very nice. I was hoping John could get involved in the scoring. Now, the reason I was wanting that to happen was now Alonzo Mourning has to start thinking about at least helping from the weak side. I know he's guarding Ben Wallace primarily, but he's going to try to help. So maybe you can get a foul.
Good defense. The Magic reacting to every pass. They challenge the Mashburn shot.
Yeah.
Wallace rips down another rebound.
Well, you make an excellent point. They are challenging every shot that he put up.
7 rebounds for Wallace. Mashburn reached in and knocked the ball out of bounds.
I would like to see the matchup become a little bit more with Tark going against Jamal Mashburn. Mash a very good defensive player, but not as good as is Dan Marley.
Another rebound for P.J. Brown, who has 9 now.
Back off. Just see if you can make him shoot that one. Good job. Very smart play.
Well, they're
John
just
Amici.
not
Very
going
smart.
in for Zoe tonight from the outside, are they? His second block shot of the night. Armstrong trying to get that one up.
Hey,
that's tough to do.
I know it is, but I don't blame Darryl for trying. You know Zoe's going to be there. You never know when that foul's going to come.
Let me correct that. That's 3 blocks now for Alonzo Mourning. Monty Williams, beautiful move, and just kind of left it short. He wanted a foul. Long pass for Mashburn. He catches it, stumbles out of bounds with the ball. That's either a touchdown or Magic ball.
Well, let's just give it the Magic ball.
Okay.
Don't want to say too much about football. Don't know if the Dolphins were able to come back or not here in that game. So football might not be
kind of down on the Dolphins in South Florida. Struggling late in the season. Brown, good job defensively on John Amici. 7 on the shot clock. The Magic put it in play with a 9-point lead. Abdul-Wahed had no place to go. Again, Marley, great job defensively.
Quick hands.
Good challenge by Abdul-Wahed. Wallace is a monster on the boards in this quarter. 9 rebounds in the game.
Nice, girl. Very nice. And Pat Riley wants and gets a timeout.
The Magic's lead has reached 11. 7:39 to play in the third quarter.
The Magic build an 11-point lead. Darryl Armstrong much responsible, but as Darryl gets to the huddle, Doc Rivers wants to point something out to him, stops him right there, and look what Darryl does. Point guard on point guard. Doc's giving him instruction. Look at Darryl, straightening his tie. Doc will appreciate that after the game.
Just to that Bari tie. Marley, a desperation 3. That's a big shot for Miami. They were in desperate need of something offensively. Armstrong misfires, but a rebound by Monty Williams. What a big shot by Dan Marley. He'll make him under the most unusual circumstances, won't he?
Keeps that string of 24 straight games alive with at least 1 from behind the three-point line.
Monty trying to post up Mashburn.
Nice defense by Jamal Mashburn. Nicer shot.
That's his first field goal tonight.
Yeah, Monty coming off of a game in New Jersey where he shot at just 1 for 6. So Doc Rivers understands they need to get some offense from him.
He was disappointed with his play. I talked with him after the game. He said, I can't remember the last time I played that poorly.
Oh, that's a travel. And he made it.
And a foul on the Magic.
Boy, I don't know if you could see Alonzo Mourning's feet on that one, but the footwork appeared as though he shuffled his feet on that shot attempt, but give Zoe credit. He makes the big shot. Watch right here. Not on the first move, but watch once he, look right there. See him take that step in and then step back, pick both feet up off the floor. But that's Alonzo Mourning. He's supposed to get that call, and on a night when he's not shooting it well, that's a big shot.
Mourning's free throw attempts per game are way down. He averaged over 9 per game last year, only just over 6 per game this year. That's a big difference.
He's shooting a whole lot more jump shots.
7-point lead for the Orlando Magic in the third quarter from Miami. Amichi's done a marvelous job against Mourning. Shot clock is at 4. That ball grazed the rim, so Miami gets the rebound. Well, halfway through the period, good defensive sequence for the Heat. And another foul on the Magic. This one, Monty Williams, his third.
Before the act, his third foul. Corey Maggette came off the bench in the first half of Monty Williams, picked up 3 fouls pretty quickly, so Doc's going to go with Monty Williams here just a little bit longer.
Carter, well defended. Armstrong may have gotten a piece of it. Brown had it blocked by Amici, out of bounds to the Heat.
Monty Williams got a hand on that one as well.
John Amici, we talked to him before the game, and in our pregame show, we asked John who he thought would make the first shot for the Magic if it were a Magic player. He said Tariq Abdul-Wahed. He said, don't count me out, though, either, because I just might get it. And he did. Abdul-Wahed throws it down with 4 Miami players in the vicinity.
And he got to hang on the rim a little bit longer because all those white shirts were coming at him. Nice defensive play by Darrell Armstrong. One of the better skills guys in the NBA.
And a good pass ahead to Tariq also.
Just stay where you are, John.
That'll be Williams, his fourth. He's picked up all 4 in the period.
Tough one right there for Monty Williams.
So Monty Williams now with 4 personal fouls in the game. He looks to the bench. Here comes Corey Maggette. So Monty trying to provide help against Alonzo Mourning.
Zoe hasn't been able to get to the paint very much in this game. I mean, that's his game. That used to be his pet move. Lowering that shoulder, coming to the middle from that side of the floor. But John Amici has done a good job of forcing Zoe to shoot jump shots here.
One out of 2 for Mourning. An 8-point lead for Orlando with 5:15 remaining in the third. Trapping defense by the Heat after the made free throw. Mourning out on Amici because he'll shoot it from there. Nice move by Abdul-Wahed. Mourning took it wide at it, couldn't get it.
Nice job. Boy, that's what you love about Tariq. I mean, when he is open in the open floor like that and just flying to the basket. Nice foul. Well, Corey picks up foul number 4. But that's a good foul. It's the unfortunate thing. It's Corey Maggette, and that's his 4th. The Magic have 8 fouls out of that small forward spot.
We had not a very good angle on it, but it looked like pretty good play reaching in by Maggette.
Yeah, but anytime you come from behind, this is Abdul-Wahed. If you're not going to call Zoe for that kind of foul, you kind of wonder about it on the other end.
Yeah, that would have been his 4th.
Some body contact.
But Mourning back at the line. He's made 3 out of 4 on the line, all in the period. Abdul-Wahed checks out. Bo Outlaw checks in. Chris Gatling also checks in for the Magic. Well, the Magic had 23 free throws at the half, have not attempted another one in the second half.
And you don't sound surprised about that.
Things have just an odd way of working out like that. 4:44 to go in the period, an 8-point lead still for the Magic. Maggette pulls up with a shot over Marlin.
Not a good shot.
That's just not a real shot clock.
Yeah, not a real good shot right there. And I understand Maggette wanting to get himself a good look at the basket.
Gantling took it away.
The Magic come back and force the turnover so they don't get hurt. I think Maggette's going to have to probably get his first basket out on the break, filling the lane and getting out in the open floor, much like we've seen Tarek do. I know he's itching for a shot. I know he is. But he's got to wait for it. Let the offense come to him. That's one of the learning things. He'll learn that, being a young guy. Look at Corey Maggette there. You know, one of the toughest things for rookies to learn is how to get a shot. I mean, it sounds simple, but how do I get a shot at the basket, get involved in the offense? Well, you're getting close to the 5-second violations.
Great defense by Brown, one of the best at the power forward spot. Deshaun Leonard has checked in for Miami. Mourning over
Nice
Amici.
Now take your time. Take your time right here.
Still an 8-point Magic lead.
Get it. Yeah, you can get it back. Patience shown there by Maggette. I like that. He's learning.
Mourning. Easy block, but Amici
Got to shoot it. Got to shoot it.
And the ball comes back to him.
It's okay. You're going to get some blocks. You know that's going to happen.
Another block for Mourning, and Brown the rebound for Miami.
Nice job, Alonzo Mourning. Love having a guy in the middle that can block shots, can change a number of other ones.
Three-pointer by Mashburn as well, short. Magic look to push it.
Get one quick here.
How long will pull it back out?
And not quite the perfect pass for Chucky Atkins to Bo. Still thought Bo might be able to get it to go to the hole, but Chucky says, I'll take it anyway.
Chucky's second field goal of the night. It's a 10-point lead for the Magic with 2:42 to play.
2:42. Now, you called that. Now, the Magic need to make sure they have at least a 6-point lead at the end of this period.
Leonard working the smaller Chucky Atkins. He was on fire and still is, apparently, as he makes his first shot of the second half. 19 for Deshaun Leonard. He's only missed one shot tonight.
Now, one thing the Magic did when Ben Wallace was on the floor in that matchup.
Maggette.
Nice.
And a foul.
Nice. Bashan, when Ben Wallace was on the floor, they ran the double team immediately at Deshaun Leonard.
Scored the Heat in every 12-minute period. And they take a 13-point lead to the start of the fourth quarter from Miami. AutoZone in the zone. The Magic in the third quarter as a team got good production from Chucky Atkins, who had 2 field goals in the quarter.
Corey Maggette did some good things. Mike Doliak once again making big plays. Good way for the Magic to end the period. Now, David, I kind of get the feeling from the Heat. They're thinking they can turn it on and beat the Magic at any time. So the first 5 minutes of this period are going to be huge for the Magic.
They look for Mourning to try and take things into his hands. Mashburn, a 3, cuts the lead to 10.
I just kind of get the feeling that he think, well, you know, we've toyed with them all game. We feel like we can win at any point. So the Magic have to match the hustle here.
Out of bounds, and let's see. It'll go to Miami. Maggette challenging Mourning.
And Doc really up on Corey Maggette saying, dunk the ball. And that's a good message to give the young guy. He has to not give Alonzo Mourning too much respect.
They go to Mourning again.
Now he's trying to get to the basket. There he is, right to the middle again. Mike Doliak picks up the foul. But Doliak has to understand that Zoe loves to come to the middle. He's going to fake towards the baseline all night, but his move is going to be back to the middle. Here it is. Watch, he'll fake just to get you off balance there, and then he wants to get to the hole. So Mike Doliak just has to stay in there, maybe give his body up and draw a charge.
Mourning has made 4 out of 5 from the free throw line tonight. And now it's a 9-point game. Through 3 quarters, the champion stats, the Magic and the Heat both shooting around the 40% mark. Free throws still the Magic in their favor, but they only shot 1 in the 3rd quarter.
Well, and look at that rebound total,
Huge.
46 to 29. Another statistic we need to pay attention to down the stretch here.
Gatling rebound, Mourning's miss. Looks for Miami to really turn things up defensively. Getty isolated with Mashburn. Thorpe stepped in front and stole the entry pass.
Well, you might need to make a change here because Goliak with the big block.
Give Outlaw credit too, Goose.
Yeah, cut him off. But Corey Maggette just right now, the thing is he's not going to get many calls in his favor.
Goliak got Mourning off of his feet. Outlaw with the jump shot.
Well, he's got to shoot that one. He has to shoot it. I know he's reluctant. I understand how reluctant he is. But just shoot one. Now you'll see the defense adjust. And someone's going to get an easier shot. Man, oh man.
Boy, Leonard shooting Miami back into it again. It's an 8-point game. He has missed 1 shot tonight. 9 of 10 from the field.
It's interesting. Zoe hasn't even gotten a foul in this period. And the Magic with no one on the offensive glass that time. So a basket here, and you know Doc's going to burn the timeout. Well, that changes that around right there. Gives him a little more time.
Costly turnover for the Heat. Atkins with the runner.
Yeah, Chucky.
And he'll earn a trip to the line.
Heads up play there. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much the way it was the last time these two teams got together a couple of games ago for the Magic. Tark doing a good job rebounding the ball as well as scoring. And Vashawn Leonard, he's missed only 1 shot tonight. 9 of 10, isn't he, from the field? 9 of 10. Chucky Atkins makes a smart play to draw the foul. Gets to the line.
Chucky now with 7. He and Armstrong have combined for outstanding point guard play again tonight for Orlando. And Atkins gives Orlando a 10-point lead. Riley lets Mashburn bring the ball up the floor. Give it to Leonard. Atkins is on him. Abdul ahead, matches up with Marley.
Oh, they're running screens for Vashawn Leonard. They're trying. Stay off of him, Chris. Now step out and give a double team. Good aggressive play there by Chris Gatlin.
Open shot for Mashburn for 3. Nice rebound by Doliak.
I thought that was over the back.
Looked like it. 10-point game. Atkins.
Now the thing is, Chucky Atkins can break down Vashawn Leonard. He can get to the basket if need be.
That was a tough shot by Chucky. Here's Leonard for 3. Finally missed one.
Now slow it down, Chucky, and just make sure you get a good shot here.
He threw the ball right there to Thorpe.
Well, you know, I wanted him to pull it out, slow it down.
Another foul on the Magic this morning. Taking the ball to the rim. Again, it's fouled on the play. Doliak got him. That's Michael's 2nd.
Chucky Atkins just wanting to try to push the action, but in a game like this, when you're playing on the road and you know every possession is big, you just need to, every now and then, pull it out and just let the game come to you. And Doc's just pointing that out to him. You can't hardly get on his case. I mean, with the way he's played again here tonight. The learning experience for the young guy. Magic, have they had a free throw in this half?
1.
1 free throw in this half.
Atkins out. Armstrong returns for the Magic.
And the thing is, the Magic are continuing to take the ball to the basket. I say 1 free throw. I know Chucky Atkins.
No, there's been 3.
Yeah, I know Chucky Atkins just
3 for 3.
Took 2. Big rebound for Darryl.
The 1 shot by Mourning cuts the Magic lead to 9. Orlando will try to hold on the road tonight. They've been an excellent road team all season long. Plenty of time on the shot clock as Outlaw starts his move against Mashburn. There was a lot of contact there and no foul, but the Magic got it back. The shot did not hit the rim, and a 24-second violation is called on Orlando. It sure looked like Outlaw drew the contact.
Looked like he got pounded. Bo even has to laugh about it. There's the contact. Mashburn leading on. And
right there.
Yeah, there's some contact. Should have been to the line.
Anthony Carter back in the game for Miami. He runs the team from the point guard position. Dan Marley checked out when Carter checked in. The foul is on Outlaw. He's wrestling with Jamal Mashburn. And Bo politely argues his case with Scott Foster.
Says just watch on the other end. Just keep an eye. I know I shoot only 40% from the free throw line. I understand that's that comes into play, but I still want them when I earn them. Well, Chris Gatlin has to get up on that screen.
Shot clock ticking down. Mashburn. Orlando's lead is cut to 7. Abdul Wahed. And a foul on Miami. Leonard got him from behind.
Nice job. I just think Tark needs to continue to realize where his bread and butter is right now, and that is going to the basket. That is not on the jump shot, and he is doing just exactly the proper thing. I mean, you have to put the ball on the floor. You have to get to the paint, and that is exactly what he did.
Free throws have been kind to the Magic tonight. Abdul Wahed is 6 for 6. The team is 25 for 28. Of course, they shot 23 in the first half.
That first 5-minute period of this fourth quarter I was talking about have been played very well by the Magic.
Great defense by Outlaw. Couldn't have done a finer job, and a big rebound by Michael Doliak.
Tark's up high. Now that's a foul. Come on. Yeah.
It spun Anthony Carter, I think. That's his second. Bo will go to the line.
I think the fact that Bo was very political in the way he approached Scott Foster after that last call against him on the other end might have worked to his favor.
Well, this opening night in this arena wouldn't be right if you didn't have at least a couple of free throws by Bo Outlaw.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I think you're right.
And he rattles the first one in.
Speaking of political, our governor at the game tonight.
Right down to our left, Governor Bush. Family, I think, as well. Big shot by Outlaw. That's a 10-point game now for the Magic. And he makes them both.
This is going to be a shooter's building. I can tell right now. Bo got all bottom on that free throw. I mean, it didn't even touch.
That's the litmus test, isn't it?
That's it, man. If he makes it and it doesn't touch any rim, you know this is going to be a good building.
Been good to the Magic so far, their lead. But Brown knocks down a shot and cuts the lead today.
That's okay. You take the ball out of Bashan Leonard's hand. Make somebody else make a shot. Chris Gatlin has not been able to get it going. That's an offensive foul on Chris Gatlin. Gat hasn't been able to find shots here in this period, in this half. So we just hope he can get some catches, get some touches of the basketball.
Talked about this in the pregame show, brought to you by Bari Men's, and they've done a great job on Mourning.
In all three categories, the Magic holding down Lonzo Mourning, taking the ball to the basket against him. The rebound totals there, and Anthony Carter comes into Orlando Arena last week and looks like an All-American, an NBA All-Star like Timmy Hardaway. Instead, he is being handled tonight, so you have to feel good about giving him that one.
The Mourning is on the bench. It goes to the Magic. Carter touched it, knocked it away from the two Magic players. But Mourning is on the bench. And Otis Thorpe, who just took the 20-foot jumper, is in the game in his place.
Yeah, you like having Thorpe take that shot. I mean, he's made a bunch of them over his career, but hadn't shot it well this year. This is a huge, huge possession for the Magic. They need a basket very badly. The crowd is trying to get into it. The Heat trying to steal the momentum.
They have forced that one. He had Armstrong open. It's going to result in an easy bucket at the other end for P.J. Brown. And the lead is cut to 7. Halfway through the period. Miami picking it up defensively. Doliak launches a jumper.
Yeah, Mike. Yes, Mike Doliak.
Big game for Doliak, coming off the bench for the first time this year. He's got 12 points.
I think one thing the Magic might need here is some scoring at that small forward spot. And good call. Chris Gatlin not going to like it. But that's the foul. I don't know if, Monty coming in for Bo. Now, for Monty Williams coming in the game right now, it's important for him to get involved immediately. You're giving up a lot putting Bo on the bench on the defensive end of the floor. So for Monty Williams, he has to make the Magic happy right now with a couple of timely baskets.
Several substitutions during the stop of play. Alonzo Mourning is back for Miami along with Dan Marley. And they go right to Mourning against Doliak. He charges through the lane but misses the left-handed jump hook.
Then comes over the back. Got no call.
Carter. And Gatling backed away.
I don't know why Gat didn't at least go for the block there. And that's too familiar to what happened with the Magic down the stretch. Make another one, Mike. Yes.
Michael Doliak, 14 points tonight and 2 clutch fourth quarter field goals.
See, you're going to have to give up some with Chris Gatlin. That's offense. That got to go the other way.
What a job by Darrell Armstrong.
But you're going to have to take Gat out right now because defensively the Magic are hurting. You have to challenge every time the ball comes to the basket right now. You cannot afford to give up an open layup. So Doc Rivers would like to have Chris Gatlin out on the floor for offensive reasons, but you have to have Ben Wallace out there for defense.
Armstrong attacking. Cross court to Abdul Wahed. Darrell open, passed up the open shot and threw it away.
Man, that is.
Brown. And the foul is called on Wallace.
I know Darrell wants that one again. The guy the Magic wants shooting it is Darrell Armstrong, and he was wide open. Now watch Alonzo Mourning screen out Ben Wallace, and he just can't get there quickly enough. That's a heads-up play by Alonzo Mourning and P.J. Brown taking the ball to the basket.
Brown's free throw cuts the lead to 6.
The Magic still in good shape. I give the Heat a lot of credit. They're trying to take the ball out of Darrell Armstrong's hands right now.
Done a good job until Darrell finally takes it with 15 on the shot clock.
And that's high pick and roll with Mike Doliak could lead to a basket.
Armstrong will take the shot. Wallace tipped it to Monty Williams.
Nice, Ben Wallace. Give Doc Rivers a pat on the back for making that move, getting him on the floor. Heads up play.
Amen. 4:15 to play in the fourth. The Magic an 8-point lead. Mourning follow-away
Gotta give him that one.
Armstrong trying to run it down, and it's out of bounds. Let's see.
That should go back to the Heat. I think Darrell got a hand on it. Let's see what they call. It's going the other way. Hustle gets you everything.
Pat Riley down near midcourt to protest, but Joe Forte says
it stays right there.
Magic ball.
He says blue ball.
Look at Darrell. Stepping up into the bleachers, trying to run down the loose ball.
Scott Foster is going to come in and try to overrule him.
Joe Forte, the lead official, and now getting input from both Scott Foster and Rashawn Michelle.
But Rashawn, I think also, Rashawn Michelle also called it the magic ball, and it should stay the way it is.
Darrell Armstrong trying to get Abdul Wahed's attention because Miami's got the pressure on in the backcourt.
That's a big possession either way.
8-point lead for the Magic with exactly 4 minutes to play in the game. Doliak. Mourning on it.
Nice job. Nice job handling the pressure.
Every possession very important as Armstrong attacking out to Abdul Wahed.
And that's the
20-footer.
It doesn't go, but that's the time for the jump shot. That's the time he needs to put it up. Well, Doc needs a timeout. I don't know if he's going to call it, but he's going to burn a timeout. I mean, that's perfect time for a timeout. You get another look at the basket. Let's make sure everyone's on the same page. Alonzo Mourning has assisted, going 3 for 17, but he hasn't had many open shots.
Doliak has made a lot of big shots here in this fourth quarter, but not this time.
That one crawls over. Now, I've talked about some big possessions for the Magic when they have the ball. This defensive possession is just as big. I mean, if you ever want to get yourself a stop, needs to be right now.
Here's the man that the Magic have had no answer for tonight, Vashawn Leonard.
And, of course, you can't give up the three-point shot. Good job, Ben Wallace, stepping out.
Down low to P.J. Brown. Air ball for jump hook.
Slow it down so your defense pays off. And now you have the veteran Darrell Armstrong who knows controlling the clock here is the key.
Magic spread the floor out against the pressure defense. Monty Williams handling it against Marley. Marley almost stole it away. The shot clock ticking down. Wallace going to take a 20-footer.
Take one, Ben.
Abdul-Wahab.
Now that should be, could be. It's not, but it could be a tactical long target. But the Heat are going to burn a timeout.
A Bell South slam dunk replay. Tariq Abdul-Wahab. Boy, has he played well again tonight. 20 points in the game, Goose. That's a big shot to give the Magic a 10-point lead.
I didn't think it was going to come to that, quite frankly, because I thought that shot from Ben Wallace was going down. But it did not, and Tariq there to clean it up. He didn't get a technical foul on that, fortunately. I thought there might have been a chance for him to get that. The Magic defense was superb that last possession. So it's going to come to the middle.
Foul on Darrell Armstrong, reaching in, his first. Doliak got it, rather. That's his third.
Doliak got him first. But I thought Mike did a pretty decent job there. Darrell jammed it up.
Doliak's played one of his better games. First time he's come off the bench this year. Of course, he did that all of last year behind Ike Austin.
This might be
the way to go.
His best game of the year. Yep. I mean, now, he had a game where he scored 20.
At Detroit, I believe.
But as far as the decisions he's made, the confidence I've seen in his eyes after making that first shot, and this might be the best I've seen out of Mike this season.
8-point lead. Magic still not in the clear. Still 2:23 to play, and the Heat continue to battle.
Now you have to go to the basket. Don't rely on the jump shot.
Run the clock down to 6.
And go to the hole. Or either make a three, or he didn't make it. But you like to try to keep the pressure on the officials by going to the basket.
Mourning in heavy traffic. Another foul on the Magic, and again Mourning goes to the line.
I mean, this thing is just too far from being over. So what the Magic have to do, I know protect the ball, but what you have to do is take the ball to the basket, put the pressure on the officials. You know the Heat are going to commit fouls if you do go to the hole.
Mourning has shot 11 free throws tonight.
Made 8 of them. And he's going to be close to his average here as we look at our Outback scoring leaders. Vashawn Leonard. I don't know that he scored here in the fourth period. He did, it was early, but he was knocking it down from everywhere there for a long time.
He made a 3 early in the fourth, and that's it.
Tariq, again, playing well for the Magic. He's averaged over 18 points a game this last 3.
Mourning good again. It's a 6-point game. Pat Garrity checked in during the timeout with a stoppage of play for Ben Wallace.
I don't know for sure where.
Doliak was wide open. Garrity didn't see it. Williams down the lane. And no foul. The ball's batted out front. And Carter has it for Miami. Anthony Carter makes it a 4-point game. Miami really picking up the pressure now. Pat Garrity guarded by Marley. And finally a foul on the Heat. Garrity had the ball knocked away by Marley, but Marley picks up his first foul of the game. Second personal, rather. And the first in the final 2 minutes.
2 minutes, so the Magic not in the penalty yet.
A lot of fans left about 3 minutes ago.
They sure did.
And the Heat have climbed back in it, not surprisingly. New building, I guess, but some things don't change. Armstrong driving underneath the basket. Garrity had an open look, and now with the runner.
Oh,
Pat
man.
Garrity, Mr. Fourth Quarter.
That's unbelievable. Unbelievable that he continues to make shots.
He has played about 45 seconds tonight.
Did he get that much? I thought it was more like 24 seconds
in the first half, about 10. And then Doc just put him in. And this is a tough shot right here.
No, it's a real tough shot. The good thing is he avoids the charge. Now you might want to come back with Dan Wallace here defensively for defensive reasons, or Bo Outlaw, one or the other. Get Garrity out. I know they're going to leave him out there.
Pat Garrity has made so many big shots for the Magic in this young NBA season. The Magic still have 3 timeouts left in a 20. The Heat have just 1 timeout remaining.
They've been kicking it down low to Alonzo Mourning. But the thing that you have to watch out for is Vashawn Leonard and Dan Marley at the three-point line. And I know Vashawn Leonard has made a lot of shots, but I'm more concerned even with Dan Marley because over his career, he has made huge shots from behind the three-point line. Now, you can give up that jump shot.
But a rebound for Vashawn Leonard. Brown reloads. Mourning an offensive rebound. Carter for 3. They got 3 chances and they got 3 points. It's a 3-point game.
And you can call a timeout.
Goliak left it short, got it back, hits the deck, no foul, jump ball. Doc Rivers cannot believe that his team cannot get to the free throw line.
Well, they continue to go to the basket, and normally you get the benefit of the doubt. Nice rebound by Mike.
Big jump with 44.6 seconds left. Armstrong reached in and fouled Marley. Trying to steal the tip away. Miami's already on a 9-2 run, and Marley will get 2 free throws with a chance to cut the lead to 1.
The Magic have to make sure they understand to call the timeout after this possession, after the free throws.
Marley at the line for the first time tonight, 74% for the year. The Heat have come back from a 13-point deficit.
I think the Magic got a little too concerned with not losing this game instead of with winning it. They had everything working.
Well, the Magic don't know how to play him any different, I don't suppose. They go to the wire again tonight. Tonight in Miami, the first night of this beautiful new arena on the Bayfront. The Magic have led most of the way. In fact, the Heat have not led in this game since late in the first quarter when it was 18-17. But now they're just 1 point down.
Well, the Magic just can't get to the line. They are trying. They're taking the ball to the hole. There's been contact, and Doc Rivers wants the officials to know it. But the full court pressure has been a real problem for the Magic.
Monty Williams against P.J. Brown. A 1-point lead for the Magic. Goliak sets the screen for Darrell Armstrong. Chucky Atkins runs it down. The shot clock is at 4. Armstrong lets it fly over Mourning. Brown rebounds with 16 seconds to go. Mourning pushed Chucky Atkins.
And it goes the other way. Great call.
No question about it.
Great call.
With 2 hands, he pushed him down.
And great play by Chucky Atkins. Now, let me just tell you, that was huge. And Doc might need another timeout just to get the ball in the front court. I mean, you're not going to be able to advance the ball. But Darrell needs to find a way to get this.
Chucky's got it. They have to foul him. Leonard puts him on the line with 11 seconds to go.
Well, I tell you what, Chucky Atkins just made a huge play. And he gets a lot of respect on that one. Because I thought for sure they were going to call it on Alonzo Mourning just simply because of the fact it's Alonzo Mourning against Chucky Atkins.
You thought it was going to be on Atkins.
Well, you know, let me just tell you right now. Chucky did what he was supposed to do. He fouled him first. But if we see this replay, you're going to see Chucky Atkins grab his arm. But that's the smart play to make. And then they get Alonzo Mourning for pushing off.
Oh, big miss. Still a 1-point lead for the Magic. Atkins will be back in the pressure cooker to try and make it a 2-point game as Wallace is in for Monty Williams.
That's a smart play by Chucky Atkins. He just stayed there, held his ground, and forced Alonzo Mourning to commit the foul.
And Riley will use a timeout. I think it's Miami's last timeout.
Chucky Atkins upset with himself because it'd be much better to be up 3 here than 2. But he does force the Heat to have to make a shot.
And they have burned their final timeout, Miami. So the Magic lead is 2 with 11 seconds to play in the basketball game. Miami has staged an impressive comeback. Boy, this would be a very tough one for the Magic to let get away after last week's heartbreaker against the Heat, against Minnesota. Tied New Jersey late in the fourth quarter before running out of gas at the end of that game. 96-94 is our score. The people that have stayed are glad they're here, aren't they?
Yeah, a bunch of people left.
Finish.
The Magic with their defensive unit on the floor.
Leonard gets it down low to Mourning. Tie game with 8 seconds left. Mourning was 3 for 17 prior to that shot.
But he makes the big play. And you know what? Ben Wallace might have deflected that ball into the basket. He just might have deflected it. Ben got a piece of it. And it might have just guided it enough into the basket. Comes over and gets a fingertip on it. That's why he's an all-star, though. He's supposed to make those.
That's his first field goal of the fourth quarter and only his 4th field goal of the game.
Plenty of time on the clock for the Magic. There's no reason for them to think this thing is over. It is not. 8 seconds, plenty of time to get a shot at the basket. The Magic just have to understand, number one, they have a timeout left to use. If they cannot get the ball inbounds, you don't want to force it.
Tie game with exactly 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
The Heat have had one overtime game this year. They won it. Of course, the Magic have not been to an overtime game this season.
One of the first games Miami played was an overtime game.
Yeah, they're 1-0 in overtime. They won that one overtime game.
But the Magic hoping to avoid an extra 5-minute period as they'll have the basketball when play resumes. Another down to the final shot basketball game for the Magic, trying to win one on the road. Next to Miami, they have the best road record in the Eastern Conference. Miami is 9-6 on the road. The Magic 9 wins, 7 losses on the road. Miami, an outstanding defensive team, and they are going to be swarming the Magic as they inbound the ball.
Well, once again, the key is getting the ball inbounds.
Monty Williams will get the honors. Garrity, Doliak, Atkins, or rather Abdul Wahed and Armstrong are on the floor. The Magic have timeouts to use, and they'll burn one of them.
Yeah, they definitely need to do that. No reason not to. But the real key is someone else has to break for the ball instead of just Gerald Armstrong.
Well, our Subway sub of the game, no surprise, Michael Doliak, off the bench for the first time this year, has chipped in with 14 points and 8 rebounds, and he hit 2 clutch fourth quarter field goals, which have helped the Magic at least be in this ball game. The scoring has been difficult to come by in this fourth period. The Magic have just 19 points in the quarter. Monty Williams again to inbound. Armstrong pops out and takes it. Pat Garrity for the win. Overtime in Miami.
Well, that's a great look at the basket. The Magic got the shot they wanted. Well executed play. And Pat Garrity just banged it off the backboard that time.
He made a big shot earlier in this period and had a chance to win it, but this one was wide right.
Oh, this is a nicely executed play.
And to overtime we go. So the first game of the 21st century in the NBA will go beyond the 48 minutes of regulation period.
Fitting way, I guess, to open up this new building, but this is one I thought the Magic would have had in regulation.
I'll give Miami credit. You knew they were going to come back and make a push, and they got all the way back. The final shot, a huge bucket by Alonzo Mourning, but what about the three-point field goal by Anthony Carter?
Yeah, that was big. That was what, his first of the year, I think, David.
It was.
He was 0 for 7 coming into this game, so the rookie makes yet another big play down the stretch. He made the basket to win it in Orlando and makes a big three.
In the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter down the stretch to get the Heat back in it.
In the fourth quarter, the Miami Heat outscored the Magic 35-22, so they have things swinging their way as we go to the overtime period. Free throws have evened up considerably since the end of the first half. The Heat, particularly Mourning, parading to the line in the fourth period. Alonzo shot 8 free throws in the fourth quarter and made good on 6 of the 8, and then made that baseline jump shot which sent the game into overtime. Magic in the fourth quarter made just 30% of their field goals, 6 out of 20. And the extra period gets started with Mourning and Wallace tipping it up. Abdul Wahed picks it up, dribbles it off somebody's foot.
I think it was off of his own, I think.
Yep, that's the call. And so the Heat get the ball. Anthony Carter, the rookie point guard, gives it to Vashawn Leonard.
And the Magic had done an excellent job on the rookie until that shot.
Inside to P.J. Brown. Abdul Wahed rebounds the miss. There's Tarek down low against Leonard. And a foul on Mourning. That's his 5th.
Got him on the arm. That's the 5th on Alonzo Mourning. And gives Zoe a lot of credit. He's played a lot of minutes in foul trouble.
Tarek Abdul Wahed to the free throw line. Magic have done an outstanding job on the line tonight. Both teams have made the most of their free throw opportunities. Orlando 29 of 33. And Tarek Abdul Wahed is a perfect 8 for 8 on the line tonight. 2-point lead for the Magic in the overtime.
Tarek doesn't need to commit a foul here. They're getting physical, he and Vashawn Leonard. And I'm surprised the whistle hasn't sounded yet.
It will now.
Monty Williams coming in, got him on the head.
That foul on Monty is his 5th personal.
You have to keep the camera on Tarek and Vashawn Leonard. What normally happens in a situation when you have two guys as heated as they are, the officials clean it up with a double foul.
Mourning in the act of shooting. And now is 11 of 14 on the free throw line tonight.
Here's a look at Tarek and Leonard. Now watch the bumping right here. There's a forearm. There's a reach in. There'll be a foul called on that the next time they get matched up with each other. Zoe playing like an all-star right now. This half-court, this full-court pressure has really been a problem. Ben Wallace fumbled that one a little bit. And there's the foul. It's quick that time. I knew it was coming. But don't be surprised that Vashawn Leonard, if he gets called for an offensive foul. Well, it won't happen now because Vashawn Leonard just fouled out of the game.
Well, Leonard is gone with 3:59 to play in the overtime period. Jamal Mashburn up off the bench to check in for Vashawn Leonard.
Mash has sat a long time, but Vashawn Leonard has played some great basketball.
Finishes out with 9 of 12 shooting. Marley defending Abdul Wahed. Tarek, and a jump ball is called as Marley reached in and tied him up.
Can't tell you how many big defensive plays Dan Marley has made in this game. Just can't tell you. And he reaches in right here, and it's a good call. Chris Gatlin checking into the game. The Magic need some offense, and Ben Wallace will get the call. I think now Chris Gatlin, he has to understand that he's not out there just for offense. He has to do the job defensively that Ben Wallace does. I mean, that means helping out on the weak side, not giving up an open layup. Go on and use a foul. Put him on the line and force him to make it from the free throw line.
Going to jump it again. We're working on the clock, which shows 35 seconds to play in the overtime instead of 3:53. Now we're set. And it's available for both teams. Monty Williams picks it up. Going to Abdul Wahed again against Marley. Mourning rebounds, and a foul is called on the Magic. Mourning will shoot 2 more free throws. Chris Gatling.
Well, no, they're not over the limit now. They can't
that's right. He wasn't in the act. You're right.
They can't be over the limit yet. So let's hold on.
It's only the second of the period.
Exactly.
Gatling's 4th personal.
Now they're going to Lonzo Mourning, and that's exactly where the ball should be. Now that's exactly where it should be. He's going to get the whistle against Zoliak.
Throws it out of the double team. Anthony Carter. Tough break. Big rebound by Michael Doliak.
Huge. Just surprised Zoe gave that one up.
Well, they have really done a nice job on Armstrong. And take the ball away from him. Mashburn. Count it. No, it's an offensive foul on Mashburn. Could have gone either way, and the Miami bench is going crazy over there. Riley can't believe it.
Heads up play by Monty Williams to get back on defense. Now this might be one of those times when even though the guy is inside the hash mark, you have to give it to the offensive play. Actually, he's outside the hash mark, so that's a huge call. Perfect call by Scott Foster. Well, they have done a great job on
that pick and roll.
All the time out.
Abdul Wahed, the jumper. Carter, the rebound. Still only 2 points scored by each team in this overtime period.
The Magic have to understand here that there's no reason to rush when you have the ball in your hands. Good foul. Good foul.
Give Carter credit. He broke down the Magic defense and puts Mourning on the line.
Darrell's going to have to stay at home on Anthony Carter. Anthony Carter is once again starting to break down the defense and get into the paint. And when he does that, the help has to come. And here's what happens when he does. That's a good foul by Mike Doliak. Puts Zoe on the line.
He's made 12 of 15 tonight.
Well, he still has his points. Good players have a way to do that, way of doing that, even when you don't shoot the ball well, and he hasn't tonight.
Only 4 of 18 from the field, and that a big miss by Zoe. He'll step back up, trying to give the Miami Heat the lead.
Only 4 rebounds tonight for Zoe.
But he did make the big shot, which sent the game into overtime. 1 point lead for Miami with 2.5 to play in the overtime period. Gatling against P.J. Brown. The Magic.
Mashburn was illegal.
Amici's got the open shot. Boy, that's a tough break. In and out.
In and out.
2:13 to go. Miami the ball in a 1 point lead.
Well, I'm just looking at the shots the Magic have gotten here the last 4 minutes of regulation, and here Every shot is a jump shot.
And here's a jumper by P.J. Brown.
Every shot has been a jump shot. Give the Heat defense a lot of credit, but the Magic need to get something going to the hole.
P.J. Brown, a clutch player, and he delivers a big shot for the Heat. A 3-point lead for Miami. Garrity for 3. Abdul-Wahid, a big rebound. Mourning challenged him, no foul, a block by Mourning.
Well, that should not be a foul on that one.
That was a huge play.
I think that's an all-star type play. And give Tark a lot of credit taking it to the hole. But Zoe just made the huge play. I mean, that was a perfectly timed block.
1:30 to go in the overtime. Marley for 3. Miami has taken a 6-point lead with 1:22 to go. The Magic only 2 points in the overtime. Armstrong around Brown.
That's a block. Nope. All the offensive foul. Thought Dan Marley was moving when the contact was made. Well, but he's made some huge plays. Some huge plays on the defensive end. Let alone that 3-point shot he just made. Thought he was moving, though, when the contact was made.
Magic can feel this one slipping away, down by 6 now with only 1:10 left. Armstrong continues to battle Carter, and Carter got a timeout. Carter got a timeout before Armstrong tied him up, referee Scott Foster says. And so Miami stops the clock rather than have Armstrong in a jump ball situation with Anthony Carter.
Tell you what, Carter has made some big plays. Just impressed every time I see this guy. And Darryl has an argument because he had his hand on the ball and it should have been a jump ball, but Carter's made some huge plays, and I think he's done an excellent job on Darryl Armstrong as well down the stretch. I'm talking about in regulation and here.
Well, he's had help because
he has.
Miami's one of their primary goals has been to get the ball out of Armstrong's hand.
And it worked.
And they've done it.
But it all starts with the one-on-one defense. And he slowed him down enough for P.J. Brown to come over with those long arms and force Darryl to give it up. And then once he gave it up, Darryl had a difficult time getting it back. But there's plenty of time left in this game. We saw that in regulation. So the Magic just have to understand they have to get their defense going first, force a couple of turnovers here, and then push it down and get themselves some looks at the basket.
Problem is things have swung so heavily in terms of momentum over to Miami. It's hard to turn that thing around because it's got a full head of steam right now. The Heat outscored the Magic 35-22 in the fourth period, and the Magic have not had a field goal in the last 5 minutes and 12 seconds. That goes back into the fourth quarter. Miami deserves a lot of credit for their defensive play in that stretch of time, and they have completely bottled up Darryl Armstrong.
Yeah, they've taken the ball out of his hands. No question about it. The Magic has had some good looks at the bucket. Pat Garrity, I just thought that three was going to drop. It just looked good when it left his hand.
Marley has 4 field goals tonight, 3 of them three-pointers. Jamal Mashburn against Outlaw. He'll take the outside shot for 2. Suddenly, Miami can't miss. Big shot by Mashburn. And now it's an 8-point lead for the Heat with 56 seconds remaining in the overtime. Miami Heat less than a minute away from a successful debut in their new building. And they have a lot of go-to players offensively, don't they, Jack?
Yeah, that's the key right there. Who are you going to go to get points down the stretch? They have Mash. They have Alonzo Mourning. LaShawn Leonard, who was fouled out of this game. That's a foul. Nope, didn't call it. Oh, that's a foul. Got him right across the arm. See, you're just not getting the calls, and that I know it's late, and it shouldn't make a difference. but you reach in and you hit a guy across the arm from the three-point line. He should be on there. Monty Williams should have been there. I mean, I don't think there's any question about that.
There's the foul on Armstrong, his third personal rather. And it'll put Mashburn on the line. Miami's other overtime game was on opening night against the Detroit Pistons here in Miami at the Miami Arena. In fact, it went 2 overtimes. Now it's a 9-point difference.
Now it's just unfortunate because Monty Williams should be on the line getting 3 free throws. It's just unfortunate. You watch him reach in right there. You see it gets him right across the arm. Mash got him. It comes up real short, and you blow the whistle that quickly on that one. The Magic wanted to foul, but that I know it might not have made a difference with the game being the way it is, but 3 points is 3 points, you know. I mean, you take away those 3, you come down and you give up 3, and it just makes a difference, you know. It's just too bad the whistle wasn't sounded on that 3-point shot. And once again, it's late. It may not have made a difference, and you probably shouldn't make a big deal of it, but 3 points is 3 points. And Doc Rivers talking to Rashawn Michelle about that now.
Monty Williams, meanwhile, is fouled out of the game. Mashburn back at the line. 10-point Miami lead. Another heartbreaker for Doc Rivers and the Magic.
Oh, it really is. Really is.
I know they're going to say they had this game won. Now it's an 11-point lead. Armstrong. Doliak the rebound. Atkins hoists a 3. This one's good. That's the first field goal in the overtime by the Magic.
Now the Heat defensively did what they had to do. Did a great job of clamping down on the Magic. The defense was absolutely wonderful for Pat Riley and his ball club with about 5 minutes to go. Actually less than that in regulation. And here in the overtime period.
Carter has not had the kind of game he had in Orlando, but he has made,
he's made big
very
shots.
good plays.
Big plays down the stretch. I mean, that's what you want from your point guard, to run the show and get things done, good things done, and he's done that. And you have to give him a lot of credit. I didn't think he would have the kind of game he had in Orlando, and overall he hasn't. But man, he has made big plays when he's had to.
Mourning will give a free pass to Pat Garrity.
And you don't need to foul now. I mean, time is going to run out.
Yep, Heat going to win it and open up their new building with a victory in the new millennium. Time expires. Miami wins it in overtime. The first game of the year 2000 is an overtime win for the Heat, 111-103 against the Magic, who fought hard but couldn't hold on. And when you went into overtime, you knew Miami would have the advantage.
Well, I like 2 things in the overtime period. Number one, I like the team that comes back to tie the score, and I like the home team normally in overtime. And in this case tonight, both of those went to the Heat, so you knew it was going to be tough for the Magic.
Well, the NBA kicks off the 21st century with a thriller tonight from the Miami new, I started to say Miami Arena, but it's the American Airlines Arena. The new building is christened with an outstanding basketball game. The Heat defeat the Magic 111-103 in overtime.